Hello everyone. Two of the biggest AI labs on the planet just dropped frontier models in the same week. OpenAI released GPT-5.6 and Anthropic's Claude Fable 5 just came back online after its own rocky launch. In this video, I'm breaking down exactly what each one of these is, how they stack up on the real benchmarks, and which one you should actually be using depending on what you are building. Let's get into it. So the first, what actually GPT-5.6 is. So you may have heard the news today. Just few hours back, it was announced that GPT-5.6 is out. So it is OpenAI's newest model family, and instead of one model, they ship 3 tiers this time. So Sol is the flagship. So this is the one built for hard coding and the security research. It also got its two own reasoning modes, which is like the Max and the Ultra. So Max will give you like more time to think, and Ultra, which spins up multiple sub-agents working in parallel. Then there is Terra, which you can see in the center as a center one, the balanced option. It roughly matches the old GPT-5.5, but at the half price. And Luna is the cheapest, fast tier for high volume stuff like drafting or triaging something. And the pricing scales with capability. So you can see at the bottom portion of the slide. So Sol is the most expensive at $5 for input and $30 for the output tokens per million tokens. And it goes all the way down to Luna at $1 for input and $6 for output. So this is how the pricing structure looks like. Now here comes the interesting part. So both of these models had a bumpy road to actually reaching to the public, and for the same reason. So Claude 5 was launched on June 9th, but just 3 days later, Anthropic had to suspend it to comply with the US Export Control Directive, and it got restored on July 1st after Commerce lifted these controls. Now GPT-5.6 had a similar story. OpenAI previewed it in June 26th. I hope this date is correct. So June 26th, they previewed it, but only to few like the 20 government vetted partners. None of other public were having the access of this preview version. So it expanded access globally and went fully public today, which is on 9th of July. So this is not just a benchmark story. It's also a story about how AI regulation is now directly shaping when and how these models should reach us. So that's the most important part here. Now let's get into the actual benchmark, starting with round 1, which is terminal and agentic coding. The test here is terminal bench to 1. Basically, it tells like how well a model can plan, iterate, and run command line workflows on its own. And this is where Sol clearly wins. The standard Sol hits 88.8%, and Ultra mode, remember the parallel sub-agent mode which I spoke about? So it pushes it to 91.9%. And compared to that, comparing that to Claude Fable 5, which sits at 83 to somewhere 84%, and actually it is tied with much cheaper GPT-5.6 Terra tier. So if your work is heavy command line automation, think CI bots or the codex style agents, Sol has the real measurable edge here. So think what you are looking for, and then you can take a call. Let's move on to the round 2. So this round flips the script, and this is mainly for the SWE benchmark, which is for software engineering purposes. And SWE benchmark Pro tests something different. Actually, it resolves real GitHub issues from end to end. Now, it's not just running the terminal commands or running local commands somewhere, but it also reads the entire code base, finds the right fix, and then carrying it correctly across the related file. So it's not just one file or one script or the one prompt you are trying. It contains a lot many different things. And here you can see Claude Fable 5 dominates at 80.3%, which is way ahead of GPT-5.5, because GPT-5.5 is still sitting at 58.6%. And the biggest asterisk, OpenAI has not published a Sol score on this benchmark at all. And a lot of engineers consider this as a more decisive test for real production software work, because when we are working with models, when we are comparing the benchmark, we want everything to be on the paper, and somewhere that is missing for the Sol right now. So this is the very high picture, and it clearly tells that things are moving in favor of Fable 5. Now let's talk about the price and safety, because these matter just as much as our raw benchmark scores. So on price, Sol is roughly half of what Fable 5 costs per million tokens, and it's reportedly more token efficient too. So the real world cost gap is even higher than the sticker which you see as a price tag or the price suggests. On safety side, the two labs take pretty different approaches. So if you look at my screen, Fable 5 automatically reroutes risky requests to the Claude Opus 4.8, and Anthropic says that over 95% of the sessions never even trigger that fallback. So it's very predictable. Sol ships with a layered safeguard stack and automatic red teaming. So if you don't know red teaming, I have already explained this in one of my earlier videos when I was explaining Azure Foundry or the Microsoft Foundry. So maybe you can go back and check what this red teaming is. But what I'm trying to say here is Sol ships with the layered safeguard stack and the automated red teaming. But it has independent evaluator METR, which actually flagged it for the highest reward hacking rate of any public model they have ever tested. So depending on if you are convinced with both of these comparisons on the price and the safety features, so depending on how much you care about predictable behavior versus the raw cost, that could be your decision factor. Based on that, you can decide which model do you want to go for. So here is how I would actually break down the decision. Go with GPT-5.6 Sol if you are doing terminal or bash heavy agent work, codex style CI bots, if you are running high volume agentic tasks and cost is a big factor, or if you are working on something related to cyber or defense pipelines, then GPT-5.6 Sol could be your partner. Go to Fable 5 if you need autonomous multi-file repo fixes, if reliability and predictable behavior really matter for you or your use case, then honestly you should move on to the Fable 5. If you just need something you can globally right now, or you can use it today itself, then Fable 5 would be your choice. But again, neither model is strictly better. They are just optimized for different jobs and different use cases. Here comes the last slide. So the final or the bottom line here is OpenAI wins on the terminal agent benchmark, and it wins on the price, whereas Anthropic wins on benchmark most engineers actually trust for real big bug fixing. And that's where you can figure it out which one is your priority, which route should you take, and what matters more for you. So my honest take is, don't pick a favorite lab. Pick the right tool for the specific job which is sitting on your table in front of you. And if you find this useful, do let me know in comments which one are you planning to try first. Because until I get access, I cannot actually demonstrate both of these. But as soon as I will get the access to these models, definitely I will come up with another video. We'll try to compare the same use case with both of these models. So until then, stay tuned and drop me a comment. What do you think about this? Thanks for watching.